So we're at the TeeFury booth at San Diego Comic-Con at Nerdist CONival event, and we have Commander Holly with us.
Hi everyone. How's it going? I know. I'm gonna lift my leg up. Ow!
Yeah.
Not that limber.
Don't try that at home, okay?
They're cool, you guys.
Yeah.
They're apocalypse leggings. Yeah, they're apocalypse leggings. They're really nice.
They look fantastic. Are they on the website now?
Yes, they're on the website now. If you go to TeeFury, you can get some sweet apocalypse leggings.
Right, and if you're at SDCC, you're going to be signing them at 2 o'clock?
That's right, at 2 o'clock. I'm going to be signing sweet leggings. And I also brought postcards too, but I only have like 30 of them.
So
that's how I prepare. Yeah. Yeah.
So we know that that you work with TeeFury. We know that you're an awesome artist, and we know that people have been asking about you all day here, like in the line, asking like, when is Commander Holly going to be here?
Have they really?
Actually, we're not just, it's not like
okay.
service.
I'm just like, nah.
They've been coming up to the side here and desperately wanting to know when you would be here. So.
How did you actually get involved with TeeFury and get do this?
Well, these guys reached out to me and they were like, do you want to help design leggings? And I was like, I'm not skilled enough for that. So then I was like, I can like mock up some leggings, and they had their awesome artists finalize them for me. So they actually followed my cosplay work when I did Commander Shepard from Comic-Con years past. And so we just kind of were like, cool, let's do it. Like, they're like cosplay leggings, so you can wear them like to Wasteland Weekend or wherever you want. They're like pre-done apocalypse leggings with none of the problems of stuff falling off of them.
And the additional bonus of comfort.
Exactly, the additional bonus of comfort. And if you just feel like going to the store like you're going to stab someone, like,
Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab this so
yeah,
they can actually
there's like
see.
a knife. So there's a knife and like belts, and there's a wound, which I was really excited about the wound.
All right, let me get
There you go, yeah.
There we go.
So we've got a wound and a knife and belts, and then this one, there's actually also, if I can pull up my pantaloons here, there's a bandolier, yeah. I wear pantaloons just because I'm like, I feel self-conscious. But yeah, if you don't feel like wearing pantaloons, you can also show off your bandolier, but I am a pantaloon type girl.
Yeah, I'm a little modest with those things.
Yeah, I'm a pantaloon type girl, yeah.
So outside of this stuff, let's talk about what you do with your art and your career. So just kind of give us the 411 on Commander Holly.
All right. Well, I do YouTube, which I know sounds very strange.
We're doing Periscope right now, so yeah.
I have a YouTube channel, which is Commander Holly, where I talk about my over 30 rescue pigeons. And I make costumes, teach people how to cosplay, do all kinds of crazy, crafty stuff. And I also stream on Twitch, also on Commander Holly, where I do creative streams for cosplay and for games. And that's pretty much what I do.
So how long have you been at that?
I've been doing this stuff, I just started YouTube about a year ago, like constantly, but I've been doing it for ages. I've been making YouTube videos for ages, just for funsies, and I haven't really started up my channel until like a year and a half ago, so. Yeah, before that, I've been cosplaying for over 10 years, so I've been doing cosplay forever.
And now you're just sharing it with the rest of the world, how you've kind of
exactly,
done that.
yeah. And I have like tons of friends that are super talented, and I bring them on my show and be like, show me how to make something, and like I just love to share how to make stuff with everyone, so it's pretty fun.
So like, what's your subscriber base look like right now, like on YouTube?
I'm not a huge channel. I'm a small fry compared to all my friends who are just like ridiculously popular. But that doesn't matter because they're all wonderfully dedicated and so sweet, and I love them so much. I just had someone stop me and give me a little felted P-dove from Pokemon. It's a little pigeon. And like literally the people that follow me, they're so sweet. They warm my heart. And honestly, like, I don't care how many subscribers I have as long as I keep them, and they're so sweet.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she's saying...
Your modesty is being called out.
Yes. Well, the thing that's people, you can't take for granted with like YouTube following. Like, the number isn't even nearly as much important as the quality of the subscriber, the people who are really engaged. Because
the people that follow me are just so like they care about animals. Because one of my big things is supporting animals and wildlife and animal rescues, and they're really into like learning new techniques for crafting. And I think just like learning and like it's all about being a positive community, and that's something I think YouTube needs more of. So that's kind of that's kind of what I've tried to foster in our little community.
Well, and I love that combination of like you're working to help promote, things that you love
Yeah.
and promote cosplay. It's like it's a nice merging of two different worlds. I like.
When I'm going to be on Game Grumps again, I don't know. That's up to the Game Grumps. It's up to them. They're in charge. I'm just a little pigeon on their wall.
Here's what you do. Exert some social media pressure on the Game Grumps and tell her that you want Holly back. And that's how you make the next one happen.
What?
I said, tell the Game Grumps, exert some social media pressure.
Oh, no, they won't care. They won't listen to it.
Well, I guess they just are that grumpy.
They don't listen. They're fine.
Are you here for Game of Thrones?
You know what? I wish I was. Like, I saw the experience, and, like, every time they have that thing, I'm just like, I want to wait in line, but I also don't want to wait in line.
Yeah.
What I do is I just go on Facebook and look at everyone else that has waited in line, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And then I just, like, go and, like, have a drink somewhere, and everything's fine. That's, like, my Comic-Con for the past, like, 5 years. I've just been like, man, that's a long line. Oh, cool, someone got in. That sure is neat. I'm just going to go have a nice evening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The wonder of food and sleep is kind of a little more important to me too.
I used to do the masquerade, and like that was so crazy, and like we would be up until 4 a.m. Like it was so. I mean, it was a lot of fun, but like now that we're like, I just make costumes for fun, and it's a lot less stressful. So it's good.
I mean, that's the thing we always tell people about San Diego is that show up and be prepared to wait in line for everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. And if you don't queue well, and I don't,
I don't either.
you just start like planning your time around the things you can just walk right into.
I start getting real upset. Like if I'm in line, it's like at Disneyland. I'm just like if someone's smoking in front of me, I'm like, I'm gonna kill him. Like put that cigarette away. You're dying. I'll get so mad. Yeah.
So I want to step back because the thing I didn't know about was the pigeon rescue thing. So, I mean, expand on that because like how does
Weird. Yeah.
Hey, I am an animal lover, massively, and so and all kinds of rescue are important to me, and that's just one I haven't encountered before.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with that?
So I've rescued and taken care of birds my whole life. Like in college, I used to take care of birds of prey and stuff like that, and I just have a big passion for rescuing birds, and so since I moved to LA, I really wanted to find a way. I wanted to find a way to help wildlife because my wildlife rescue that I worked at before, which was an educational program, it was called Eyes in the Sky, and we took birds of prey to classrooms, and that was in Santa Barbara. And that's where I went to college, and they're all putting pigeons, yes.
I love it.
As soon as I went to LA, I didn't have a place where I could volunteer, so it really bummed me out. So I met a friend of mine who works for the California Wildlife Center, and she gets in a lot of pigeons and has her own little pigeon rescue. So I ended up helping her out, and then she ended up giving me a bunch of pigeons, and I ended up building a loft and helping her with the pigeons, and it just kind of spiraled out of there that it was a way that in the city that I could help wildlife and help because pigeons are an invasive species, they actually fall through a crack in the pretty much how people help animals. Oh my God, they're so pigeons, because they're invasive, but so they're technically not protected in any way. So wildlife centers won't help them and vets won't help them. So there's nothing you can do for them. So only a few selected rescuers who will patch them up can actually help them because they kind of fall through the cracks. So that's why I have a lot of oh yes, I know, I have to put up the video with the Perth bads. I know. That's Ross. Tweet at Ross. It's my husband. He's slacking on that video. You tweet at him. Not my fault. I just got pigeons.
Pass the buck.
Yeah, pass the buck. But yeah, so I pretty much am trying to cover that gap between feral and domestic pigeons, because domestic pigeons are pet pigeons for wedding releases and things like that. They get caught by hawks and have no place to go as well because they're domesticated, can't survive in the wild, and then they end up with me in my loft too. So yeah, but they're so sweet. I have a house pigeon named First Officer Feathers who lives with me in my house, and he is just
Hold it. First Officer Feathers. Oh my God.
They're all military ranks. It's Commander Holly, I have Lieutenant Burb, and then First Officer Feathers, and they all have different military ranks.
Do you occasionally just call them number one?
I do it. I want to name one number one. I know. I just wanted to come up with the most ridiculous names I could. Number one was too obvious. I was like, Riker would be good. Yeah.
That's pretty fantastic, though. So yeah.
That's my long-winded version of why I rescue pigeons. Because in the city, there's really nothing you can do to support any kind of local wildlife. But pigeons bring it, connect people with the wildlife, even though they're all you have. So, and they're very sweet, and they're super smart and cute. So
have you ever had a nice chat with Yes, yeah, it makes all of us sad. A nice chat with maybe Mike Tyson about the pitch.
I wish. Though it's Mike Tyson races them and flies them, so that's almost a different kind of sport/hobby. I know he really cares about. He'd probably think I was crazy for having a bunch of like broken wing, one eye pigeons in my loft, because he probably flies them. I think he actually lets them fly around, whereas mine are all like rescues. But I don't know. I've never talked to him. Maybe he'd be all about it. Yeah, he might be all about it. I don't know. I hope so.
But I'd also be a little afraid to know.
I know. Funny story, I spent a lot of time in Vegas as a kid. This is weird. But so at the motorhome park my grandparents were at, Mike Tyson was having a party. And I remember swimming in the pool as a kid and looking up and there was Mike Tyson. And I was like, it's Mike Tyson. He bit someone. I was like, that was it. That's all I remember. That was my only encounter with Mike Tyson.
I think that's a good only encounter with Mike Tyson, I hear these days he's a pretty fun guy, but back in the day he would have terrified him.
Back when I was a kid.
No.
Yeah.
Now he's got a cartoon show, so yeah.
Pigeon, yeah. Yes. Exactly.
So outside of so you're going to be signing and talking to fans here at the TeeFury booth here just shortly, and they've blown through all their free T-shirts now. So now the spotlight will be on you and you alone.
No one's going to show up without free T-shirts. What are we going to do?
Looking over here, I think you're good.
All right.
I think it's going to be all right. And then, so outside of that, what are the rest of your con plans? What else is drawing you to it?
I actually have two very specific things I want to see. So there is a booth that sells needle-felted tiny birds, and that's in the Artist Alley. So I'm going to go to this needle-felted bird Artist Alley booth. And then I'm going to go to where they do the custom toy kind of section, and I have a couple of artists that I really admire that do custom toys, and they just got a release of their own awesome little toy. So I'm going to go buy their toy. And that's pretty much it. I'm not really into all the big stuff because I'm super into Doctor Strange, and that's not until next year. So I'm a huge Doctor Strange fan. So that's definitely not going to be until next Comic-Con. So I'm kind of just next Comic-Con I'm going to be waiting in the lines. As angry as I get, I don't care. I need to see all the Doctor Strange stuff. So I'm just kind of chilling this year. Next year I'm going to go all out.
So that raises the important question: how do you feel about the casting on Doctor Strange?
At first I was real mad because I make up all these funny names for Benedict Cumberbatch, like Benedict Snickety Snork, and I just come up with a bunch of different names, like Benedict Twinkledink, and I just keep making up different British sounding names. And so at first I was mad because he looks like a salamander, but after I figured, just imagine him with facial hair, and I was like, all right. And then they cast Tilda Swinton, and I love Tilda Swinton. She's so cool. So I don't know. I mean, I can't make judgment, but all I know is that if it's bad, I'm going to be really, really upset. We're so upset.
Benedict Cucumber.
Yeah. There's actually a Benedict Cumberbatch name generator online, and it is so funny.
I played with that.
Yeah, it's like Sailor Moon Butterfree, and just starts putting different names on it. Yeah.
Humperdinck Cumbersnatch.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, so I'm expecting. I don't know. I mean, I hope it's good because it's I'm obsessed with that character. I've been reading the comics forever, and I've read every Doctor Strange comic ever, and it's just it's my favorite character. So just please don't mess it up. That's all I ask.
Small request.
Yeah, that's all I ask. Please don't mess it up.
Damn it, Marvel! Don't let Holly down.
It make me real sad. I just go in my pigeon loft and cry. Be like, no, why? Dormammu.
I think the track record with Marvel is pretty darn strong so far.
Yeah,
so
I saw Ant-Man. It was amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got to see it. Went to the premiere. Yeah, it was amazing. It's so good.
Awesome.
So yeah, no, it was Guardians of the Galaxy good. So good. Yeah, it was.
That's the thing. I think a lot of people they want to discount Guardians of the Galaxy too. But Ant-Man, I think a lot of people have said, don't really expect too much from it.
It was so good, and it was so funny and really fun. 'Cause it's a heist movie. So they're stealing stuff. It's really good. So go see it. I loved it. So if they keep to that vein of humor plus action and keep it a good mix, then we'll be good. Yeah.
Well, Holly, thank you so much for talking with us on here. Tell everybody on here that maybe doesn't know your work all that well where to find you, where to follow you.
I'm just Commander Holly on YouTube and Twitch, and Holly Conrad on Twitter. And yay Periscope. I like Periscope.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And go meet your adoring fandom.